It is 6 a.m. Day 103, maybe? Talking quietly because I keep rounding corners and finding hiker tents, so I don't want to wake people, but it's 6 a.m. I hiked out about 10 minutes ago. Gonna go for 20, hopefully more. We'll see how my feet do. Well, this is nice. I thought I was gonna have to cross over the highway. It's a nice little tunnel under the I-80. So, yeah. Except for the hikers that were still sleeping in their tents that morning, I barely saw anyone else on trail that day. I spent most of the time just soldiering forward, listening to an audiobook. I mean, I don't know. Looks like it's conforming pretty well to me.
Who said, hey gravity, well baby you should talk a lot, but I don't really care what you mean. I wanna jump higher than you let me sink, lower than the floor, so could you step aside, sugar, 'cause I need things to be the way they were before, the way they weren't before.
Just ran up that hill. As soon as I stood up from my break, my map blew away.
It's always flying, playing chicken with cars, and always choke, 'cause living is so much fun, and baby lesbians who break each other's shells and never ever break each other's shows.
So we're getting into some territory where the water carries are a little longer. That's okay. But it does mean paying more attention and, toward the end of the day, like now, making sure you are either going to camp at water or are carrying enough to camp. So we're back to that. It's about 5:30. I've already done about 25 miles. I could stop, but my feet feel pretty good, and I'd really like to get as close to Sierra City as possible so I don't feel like I have to rush tomorrow, because the post office is only open from 10 to 2 on weekdays. So as long as I'm feeling okay, I'd rather try to bank some extra miles this evening during the cool of the evening as the sun goes down, and while it's still daylight, then feel like I have to get up and hike out super early, like pre-dawn, and hike with my headlamp, which isn't terrible, but I'd always rather hike when it's daylight out unless it's going to be super stupid hot. I'm about 15 miles from Sierra City now. I'd like to get a little closer than this. I'm trying to move at kind of a mosey pace, as much as that is now. My average pace is like 2.5 to 3 miles an hour now. I've been trying to consciously take it a little easier on this flat, cruisy trail. I could go faster, but I don't have to because I'm getting the miles in, so I don't have to haul. I just cruise. That's what I'm doing. Well, that freaked me out a little bit. So I was listening to music, and all of a sudden I heard this rumbling, like someone was coming up behind me in an ATV or something. Seriously, with this switchback? Aww. Thanks, Grazer. What do we got? Oh. Well, thank you anyway. That was kind of soul-crushing. But at least other hikers got to enjoy some trail magic. That's good. Shortly after I made that last video, my feet started telling me they were done for the day. Unfortunately, no good tent sites have been forthcoming. So I have just been plowing onward. Even though my feet are done. It's okay.
The trail around Pass Creek was undergoing a lot of excavation, so there were no tent sites to be found there either. It was already getting dark by the time I found a spot where some other hikers were already camped. I didn't see them either. Everyone was already shut up in their tents. Even so, it was nice to not have to camp alone. I covered 28.9 miles that day.
Good morning. I hiked out of camp at about 6 a.m., which means I was the first one. Means I'm catching all the early morning spider webs. At least the foliage isn't wet. The first 15 minutes it was kind of overgrown. So I would be pretty wet right now. But it's dry, so that's nice. Getting into Sierra City today. With any luck, my new tent is there waiting for me. So last night might have been the last night I was in my Ultraplex. I'm not ready to carry a tent that weighs almost 30 pounds, but it's the one I have. So that's what I'm going to use. I am going to like the space. Having more space. Having a rain fly. Knowing that I will be dry if I have to camp in the rain. Not having to stress about that is going to be a big win. So it genuinely feels so good to be beyond how far I got last time. Just hiking away from Donner Pass yesterday was a little like starting a new hike. Mozzies. You know, I think several days of rest helped with that, but also just officially starting from where I left off. New trail, new me. And the fact that it's so cruisy so far. Like, I did almost 30 miles yesterday, kind of by accident, but that's how it seems to keep happening. I actually feel like I'm making progress now, as opposed to just redoing everything I had done before. So that feels pretty good. And that I've already done a big chunk of Northern California also feels pretty good. So when I get to town, I'll see what others have said about the trail conditions north of Sierra City, and I will make my decision then. As far as if I'm going to go to Quincy LaPorte Road and then hitch around or if I'm gonna walk the road, or if I just jump from Sierra City to Dunsmuir and continue north. I don't want to camp in any old burn areas because that is dangerous. And the fact that I'm running out of time, are factors I have to consider. So I can't afford to be a purist thru-hiker. That ship has already sailed. So just gonna hike my own hike. I'm gonna do the best I possibly can, and it's all I can ask of myself, honestly. To just do my best. And just in case you doubted that we're dirt road walking, there's a cairn, and I guess that's the trail. But honestly, I might just walk this road. Just kidding. I'm not gonna walk the road. Woohoo! Almost there. So, pretty sure what I'm hearing is traffic. But I heard, I don't know, the brakes of a semi maybe, and the way that it echoed in this valley, oh my gosh, the way it echoed in this valley literally sounded like a roaring T-Rex uppercutting a Play-Doh can. And I was like, Jurassic World. Yeah, no. So I'm playing this game with the mosquitoes. There aren't many. I have bug spray on, and my shirt and pants are treated with permethrin. So they're not landing on me, but they're trying. So I just let them buzz around my face. And then as soon as they are within firing range, I just go send it on its merry. It's kind of fun. It's keeping me entertained. Also, I'm loving this trail with all the leaf debris. It smells like fall. That's my favorite. My favorite to hike in. Look at all them leaves. Smells so nice.
We love it.
We got the Sierra City Hotel, a country store, and the post office.
Have to walk a lot.
Oh, don't worry. We'll metabolize it in about 5 minutes, so. All right, tent. Thank you for your service.
This was probably one of my biggest mistakes on trail. Not only should I have at least kept that stuff sack, I should have sent the entire tent home to recycle for other uses. Within minutes, both had been snatched from the hiker box like precious gems, and I never saw them again. The day was incredibly hot, so I lollygagged in town all afternoon, hand-washing laundry and basically just resting in the shade, with plans to hike out after the heat of the day.
A few moments later.
Look who I found!
It's me again.
It's you again!
Oh my word.
Like a bad penny.
Ready to save the day, more like.
We're hatching plans. Nothing about this day went the way I expected. Except that I got into Sierra City and got my box and got my new tent. But around 4 o'clock-ish, just as I was getting ready to leave, caramel arrived. And then that was amazing. And I said, where are my boys? And I had to go find Rainbow and Slango. And then I saw Runway, and just friends arrived. And so, of course, I just ended up here all evening. So I'm staying here tonight. I don't know where. But yeah, so definitely did not hike out of Sierra City like I planned. But it's okay. It's cool. Might be skipping the burn section after all, so we'll see how that goes. How is it? It's as big as a small child.
I won't be able to move after eating it.
For comparison,
Absolutely.
that's how big that is. Good Lord.
It's gonna be too. Yeah, I reckon
Get in my belly.
second go.
So I have a problem on this hike. I've become addicted to soda. So much of the clear soda I have been drinking, and I just can't get enough. I went to a sushi buffet in Reno and had like 5 refills of Sprite.
After breakfast, we tried to hitch a ride in front of the general store.
All right, still working on hitching.
How can we hitch more successfully?
It took quite a while, but we did eventually get a ride.
Where are we going? All right, we made it to Bassett's little like cafe and store, and we're gonna try to continue on to Quincy from here. Try to get our hitch.
A few moments later.
All right, got our second hitch to Griegle, and now we're heading up to the interstate intersection. Hopefully get a hitch to Quincy. All right, so this highway is under construction. The first wave of traffic going our way, nobody stopped. So just gonna wait for the next one.
People are turning it. I wonder if he maybe go the little detour way. I'm not too sure.
No. It's too damn hot.
Yeah.
It's too damn hot.
A few moments later.
I made 2 runs yesterday, one to Grass Valley and then one to Oroville. I was still tired.
Third hitch of the day.
Son, thank you very much. Thank you.
And there's always somebody going down to Belden.
One eternity later.
Working on our fifth
Is it
hitch of the day.
4, 5?
This is 5, yeah.
5. Come on.
Yeah, 5 slowly.
All right, we are at Caribou Crossroads. Woohoo!
Thus ended an exhausting day of hitchhiking. Tune in next time, where we tackle some of the hottest days in Northern California and reach the halfway mark.
In the morning, in the evening, leave a comment or like. It's Trooper Takes a Hike. I don't know how do you want me to send it to you, dude.